Okay, let's actually talk about what people are talking about right now on the internet's Gout Gout, the 17-year-old sprinting phenom and his massive European debut in Ostrava. All eyes were on the talented Aussie at the Golden Spike meet, and he did not disappoint. Did you see his last 50 meters? I mean, he walked down Cuba's Rainier Mena. Who? Yes, Mena, a man more than a decade older than him. No shade, no tea either. I'm just saying. This happened on his way to a new 200-meter personal best in an area record time of 20.02. That is moving. Now, people say Gout Gout is the next Usain Bolt. And, I mean, he did break the Jamaican legend's under-18 world record. So, AB, how do you feel about the hype around this young man? Do you believe the hype?
Do I believe? Well, it depends. If you're asking me if he's the next Usain Bolt, then I'm going to be out on that for now. I reserve the comparisons because we've seen them throughout the decade, throughout my whole career. I've heard this guy's the next Usain Bolt, and it hasn't materialized. So I think we could pump the brakes on that one. But in terms of his potential and his talent, I am definitely in on that. Like, the way that he closes races is very impressive. He's got something that a lot of athletes aspire to have when they run, especially in the 200 meters, which is to have that strong finish. And he's not accelerating at the end. He's just not tying up and dying like other people do at the end of the race. So he looks very special, and he's got the capabilities to go a lot faster. He's a very tall sprinter, lanky guy. He's got the frame, and I understand the Usain Bolt comparisons because he kind of looks like a young Bolt, just with, the little twists and the dreads. So I get it. And he's also got the great name, Gout Gout. Usain Bolt is, it just sounds like a future world record holder. And then Gout Gout, it's very unique. It's very one of one. So I get it. He's got the makings of a star in the future, and I'll give him that for sure. He's a young talent. I'm excited to see how he develops over the years. But in terms of Usain Bolt, the greatest specimen we've ever seen grace the track, let's just slow down a little bit.
But here's the thing. Even Usain Bolt, the Jamaican legend himself, said, you know what? This kid looks like me. I mean, come on. 17-year-old Gout Gout, 17-year-old Bolt. Yeah. I mean, they do have the same head shape. Yeah, I kind of see it. But you know what? You're not joking. Arian Knighton, you know that name. He was compared at around 17, 18-year-olds to Bolt. Zarnell Hughes, right now, compared. Trayvon Bromell. And not saying their careers have not been great. They're medalists, but at least two of them are. But they haven't been historic in the way Usain Bolt has. So I wonder about the pressure that you put on this young man and the expectation that he has to kind of live up to Usain Bolt or anybody of that nature. I feel like he should just be the first Gout Gout. Don't you think?
Yeah, and we get this in all kinds of sports, like who's going to be the next Michael Jordan, who's going to be the next Usain Bolt. But has any athlete, a young, precocious talent, ever said, I want to be the next this? Or do they always say, no, I don't want that. I want to pave my own path and blaze my own trail? So I don't know why we continually fall for this, where we say this person's the next this, because then it just heaps a mountain of pressure on them. They feel like they have to do a certain thing. Sometimes they feel like they have to change who they are, and maybe play up to the camera and be extra flamboyant and stuff like that. And no, just be you. Let's see what you got and what you can bring to the table, and we'll appreciate you for that. But when we get into the comparison stuff, it diminishes what we're doing now, because him running 20:02 is phenomenal.
Yes.
But the fact that he's got these Usain Bolt comparisons, now you're going to have people nitpicking and people talking down, when we should all just be like, wow, it's a phenomenal run from a phenomenal 17-year-old sprinter. But, the pressure, I get it. We love to chase the next thing. We all fell in love with Usain Bolt and all the records and stuff like that, his personality. And then the human thing to do is to chase for that again and say, I want to relive that moment in somebody else. But it's promising, but let's slow down a little bit.
Let's slow our roll. Let's pump our brakes. I feel you.
Yeah.
But he's not slowing his roll because I feel like he wants some of this smoke. Like, he's very confident. Listen to what he said on this podcast here with Noah Lyles.
I'm trying to show you what's up. So I'm trying to come at that with a
That's what I love to hear.
So, whatever I gotta do to show Noah I'm coming for that spot.
Oh, he's coming for you. Do you like this kind of cockiness from these young athletes? Like, do you dig it, or you think they should just shut up, Buttercup?
Well, I understand it. When athletes are young, they're full of exuberance, they're full of hype, They have all their homies around them, gassing them up, telling them that they're the next this, they're the greatest thing since sliced bread. The mark of who's going to be the next Usain Bolt or the next great champion, the guy that break the records, is the people who not just run fast young, but are able to translate that when they're older and then carry it through when they're more mature, when their body develops, and then you're actually day in and day out racing the best in the world. That's when we really see what you're all about.
Listen, you're not lying because there's a lot that comes with it. It's not just about how fast you can run it. It's the circuit. It's the racing. It's the psychology. It's the pressure. It's the sleep. It's the lining up. It's the travel. It's the jet lag. We know it, right? We go on and on.
Yep.
And so I love these young athletes and even their parents who have them in all these specialized sports, and they have their nutrition coaches and their strength coaches, and it's like, you're 13 years old, you don't even know what's going to happen and how you're going to develop. So you might be the fastest 12-year-old, but you might not be the fastest 15-year-old. Do you know what I'm saying? So
that's exactly where I get tripped up and why I'm like, okay, let me wait and see what he develops to, because these people train. I didn't train like this at all. I didn't lift weights. I barely came to practice. I just showed up and I was running on pure talent, pure talent and Honey Nut Cheerios and whatever I was eating for breakfast. No, I didn't have a diet. I have a trainer. I didn't lift weights. These kids are on a whole nother level. They got the best equipment. They got protein shakes. They're lifting weights. They look like grown men at 18 years old. So we're kind of comparing apples to oranges, because if we were exposed to that at a younger age, maybe we would have ran faster. But then that might have stunted our growth for our development when we got older. So it's hard to say. He could be the next record breaker. He could be a teen sensation, and then that's where he plateaus. We don't know.
Time will tell. We'll see. Maybe he'll see you in LA. We don't know, but we'll definitely be here.
I mean, Australia 2032. That would be a good story.
This is true. How many years away is that?
Perfect for him.
7?
Let's see. Carry the one. Yeah.
Carry the one.
7
Not
years.
carry the one. But clearly, math is not our ministry.